Hello and welcome to Gadget Guru. You know, the thing which I've got the most excited about in the last 5 or 6 years is arguably high definition, which is why I'm trying very hard to get myself excited about 4K. And we keep getting sent televisions like this to review which say that they are 4K.
Yeah, but
why am I not getting excited yet?
Because of the fact that you have no 4K content, raw content
Absolutely
available
correct.
to normal
No
people.
4K content to watch, so therefore very tough to get excited. Same thing happened with high definition. Now you're telling me you've seen the solution.
Yes, I have seen the Holy Grail and just come back.
You've seen the Holy Grail and you think you know what is going to be done.
But I will leave it now for the story to actually happen.
I'm going to examine, we're all going to examine Rajiv's Holy Grail in just a couple of minutes. In fact, here's the entire rundown on today's show. Alright, so what do we have here in the studio is a 4K television, the Mitashi, less than 1 lakh rupees.
You know, that's exactly where I think this is completely different from the same cycle that we went through when we went to full HD. So when we moved from SD to HD and then full HD, we had the same problem. If you really rerun our shows from maybe 5 years back, we said, where's the content? Where's the content?
Yeah,
and there's a second problem.
I'll illustrate just how bad the problem is again, because even when you're saying demo units of televisions like this, even they can't supply you 4K content to watch on this. So you're watching normal high definition, which looks nice, fine, but it's not 4K.
So this HD...
And you're still at least 3 years away or 4 years away before anybody starts to... When did high definition really kick in India? Is when you started to telecast cricket matches, football matches, movies.
And sports.
Once telecast starts in high definition, I can't see why somebody would not buy.
Can I tell you two differences I'm seeing from last time? So great that we go through legacy and history, but we are not repeating it this time, and I'll tell you the two big changes.
Those who don't remember history are condemned to repeat.
Yeah, and those who carry on only remembering history are condemned to never move forward.
So so
the two differences are, one, never has a technology that is this exciting ever eroded in prices so quickly, which means the chicken and egg situation, one part of it has got solved. Most people will be able to afford it once you have it.
Talking about the Sony 500 projector.
No, I'm not even going there. Did you think you'll get a TV of this size, 4K, for under a lakh of rupees a year back? No, everything was 4, 5, 7. We've even done 27 lakh TVs.
So price is the first one. So let's just take this point forward. What you're saying is, if you are buying a 1 lakh rupee television and that side, you'll say, well, why don't I just buy something which is 4K and be future ready? Content will come in a year.
Because if there is no premium, super premium attached to it, you will at least buy for the
well get 4K because at some point it will come in. I get that point.
That's one. The second one is, so the chicken egg, where the chicken part has been solved, that more people will have this, but there's still no content. The egg comes because that's a great carrot now to everybody, that we have people who already want it, we'll do it quicker, which is why you have now a 4K streaming abroad, or less like Netflix, you have a 4K streaming. You have about 8 channels that have been announced abroad. Now, India, not right now, but the rumors are already out there that there'll be 4K streaming.
Why I agreed with you that we're going to do this particular show is because you said you have gone and you have seen the whole. And I've heard about the Sony 500. I know all the good things about it, including the fact that it's actually in some ways does even better than its more expensive counterparts. But you're saying, and this is a specific point, that the upscaling on that means that you can watch existing high definition Blu-rays and it looks much better. It looks almost 4K. That's what
so what I'm going to do is this. I will take you through that entire story. First, let's take a quick look at the Mitashi. I think the price bands being broken by these people is amazing, but yes, the second part of technology must come in. Anybody buying a TV today should be able to say my 4K normal HD looks much better than a HD. That part becomes important.
So let's take a look at the Mitashi, and the basic point being made out here is that if you are going out and buying a television in that range, seeing as the premium isn't too much, you might as well get something that is 4K ready, because then at least 1 year, 2 years, 3 years down the line, you're not saying, oh my God, I made a mistake. I have to now redo my television. So let's take a look at this particular offering.
With the 4K boom in full swing, manufacturers have already started pushing hardware into the market. And now that the technology has been around for a while, the prices have started to come down too. Mitashi has launched a 4K LED TV that will have you doing a double take on the price. But is it any good? We find out. On first glance, the TV looks good, with a thin profile that won't take up too much space in the living room or can be easily wall mounted. Since this is not a smart TV, you're paying for the picture quality. But here's where the problem lies. Even with so much hardware in the 4K realm, there's not enough content to actually enjoy the 4K experience. Our demo unit did not come with any 4K content, and to make matters worse, there's no way to play 4K off a pen drive. Now Mitashi did tell us they plan to launch a upscaling cable separately, but that is not in the market as of now. But having said all of that, what little 4K content we managed to play on it looked fantastic. The colors were vivid and sharp, and the picture quality was excellent. And at a price of ₹1,09,990, it's an excellent deal. Just be sure to buy a decent 4K player and strap in for a painful wait for the content.
So that's good. Price points have come down. Now I would like to see the projector.
Okay,
but I can't see the projector because you sneaked
out. I will take you
one quiet morning not telling me that you're about to do it. But
see, I'll tell you what, you're such a skeptic of good technology that I didn't want a downer. I went there with enthusiasm. I wanted it to continue. Okay. And here's what it is. So they had one model before, which is some 20-25 lakh rupees, and it had a great picture. I had seen it before at one of the CES shows. Then I saw a demo of this, and then it comes to India. And this is the greatest part about takes away from what you don't need 4K RAW. So I'm going to show it to you, but I'm going to just say that watch for the part where I test normal HD, and then I get that reality engine Sony thing started, where it quadruples the number of pixels that you see on screen.
So hang on,
you
you're
see
not
a real jump.
So what you're saying is it's not doubling the lines, it's actually quadrupling the pixels.
The number of pixels. So what you're saying is
what
per
happens
square
with the interpolation issue? Because what happened with high definition. When you started doing line doubling, people said that in many ways the pixels were looking not that good because the computer is not smart enough to always be able to do that.
So here obviously I think
same is the problem with interlacing. So if you're quadrupling pixels that don't actually exist, I'm not completely convinced that the picture look good. Maybe you're quadrupling the pixels, but how does it look?
That's why I have this story. Watch this. It's like getting a new pair of eyes. I've entered a new dimension, the fourth dimension, the 4K dimension, the future of all kind of TV, projector and movie watching. But that's one reason I came to experience the future out here. There's a second reason. I've come to make sure that I can refute the biggest skeptic in my life. That's Vikram Chandra. Now he seems to think 4K will only really kick in when there is raw native 4K content playing. I've come to experience a product today, the Sony VW500, that really says it's not only about native 4K, it's about everything you watch, but you can watch it better. So what I've been watching, of course, is pure 4K, but I'm going to do an experiment today just to refute him. I'm going to watch something which is just purely what we all have, a DTH, which is just television. I'm going to watch 4K gaming, I'm going to watch 4K native, and I'm going to also watch just a Blu-ray player with a movie which is in Ultra HD. That's pretty much the whole experience we all have every single day. Can this projector give me a new pair of eyes for all four? That is the question. Let's get started. The first one I'm going to start off with is just pure 4K. Watch. The distance between my eyes and the screen, I think about 6 inches, and at this time if I was in front of a normal projector, I would be seeing some really thick, ugly, big pixels. What am I seeing here? Nothing. I can just see the same picture. For instance, this big huge strawberry looks like that. That amazing red rose looks like a rose. It's not a spattering of dots and pixels. It's actually a clear picture, which means if you're trying to set up a home theater which has close seating to the screen, a 4K projector of this kind may be the best way to go. I can actually see the whole screen from here. Nothing is getting dissolved in a sea of pixels. That's pretty impressive. But remember, this is a 4K picture. Now to take this test even further, I'm going to do a game in 4K. Now that will really tell me, with all that motion, high action and everything else coming in, can this projector handle that? Watch Dogs in 4K. Okay, once again, the mind is blown, the eyes are popping and the jaw has dropped, because that was fantastic. And it wasn't even to the level it can be taken. We were only seeing that at 24 frames per second. We can take it to 60 frames per second with more shadow details. But for me, that was enough. But now comes the real test. Now I'm going to watch just a television. A DTH stream at 1080i. Can this projector make that also look better? Let's take a look. Alright, so that's the projector. You'll be quite surprised. The 4K projector of that size, it's about 14 kgs, very portable, very small, and it's very silent. Now, normally 4K projectors are these big beasts, really huge, very heavy, very unwieldy, didn't look very nice in a home theater, and pretty noisy. This one, I have the movie on mute and I can't hear the fan or any other cooling system. Nothing really. It's very, very silent. So that's the good part. The second magic happens inside this. If you're playing normal content on it that is not 4K, the reality creation technology will make sure that the picture is that much more enhanced and looks really good. So now it's time to test the final one, the one that I really wanted to do. Every week I watch at least one movie on the weekend. Can this projector make my movie watching experience that much better? Let's take a look. Alright, so that was very interesting too. Remember, that's an Ultra HD, so it's an enhanced movie, even though it's playing on a normal Blu-ray. So what's my final verdict here? My final verdict is what I'm going to do when I meet Vikram Chandra in a few hours back in studio.
Okay, fine.
I can't believe that expression. I worked so hard on this story. Look, all I said, even in the story, was I've only made this journey.
I know the way your ears are. I don't have complete faith in your eyes as well. Can I go and see it?
Yes, absolutely.
Then make the final judgment. So, okay. I will withhold my judgment until I've seen it for myself, especially the quadrupling part. Look, this technology is coming. Better definition is always great. When is the right time for you to take the plunge, I guess, is the question. Pricing gap between the 500 and the 1000 is, how is Sony going to ever justify that? Because in many ways you could argue that the 500 is better than the 1000.
That's the penalty for being first mover. That's the penalty to say, I have the first 4K projector in the world. Now you can only say you have the second one. Yes, the 1000.
So 500, so they may well phase out the 1000 and say 500.
Nobody would buy it. I mean, this has better technology at half or maybe one-third.
Not as good dynamic.
I'll tell you what, I think this whole purist thing that we get into when we say
most people can't see it. Most people can't. I agree with you.
Impossible.
Okay, I'm going to go and see that for myself, and then I'll tell you what I actually think about it. But actually, yeah, 4K, whenever it really kicks in with the full ecosystem, really exciting. Lots more to come on Gadget Guru when we return. Right, welcome back to Gadget Guru, and it's time now for Snap Judgment, and we are unleashing Asha upon the world again.
As always.
Asha, go.
Hi guys, so I'm back in Chroma and I've actually got my hands on something pretty interesting. These are speakers by Chroma. And the 2-channel speakers and the magnetic speakers. And the reason why they call magnetic speakers is because if I put them close enough, they actually join together. They also kind of look like sunglass cases, but that's like a different story altogether. The speaker can be connected to various devices such as your PC, laptop, smartphone, and even your tablets using an aux cable, which also comes along with the box. The speaker itself runs on 4 AAA batteries. Although what I didn't like about the speaker is that there is no DC power capability, so you're actually just dependent on the batteries to power the device all the time. So price at about $1,000 bucks. I think it's a pretty decent deal, and I think it's a funky design, so you should definitely check it out. So from something for your ears to something for your eyes, I have with me the Sony Cybershot. Now what I really like about these new cameras that are coming out, and even simple ones such as the point and shoot cameras, they're coming up with features that do much more than just regular, you know, it's not just your megapixel or the kind of sensor that you have, it does a lot more. So this camera, for example, it does have a 20 megapixel lens. Also, it does have a CMOS sensor, but what I really truly like about this camera is the fact that it has Wi-Fi and GPS connectivity. You can actually control this particular camera through your smartphone if you connect it with your Wi-Fi, and of course you can track it using GPS trackers. So priced at about 20,000, this is actually a very cool camera, and it's much cheaper than the other cameras in the market with the same features. So it's definitely worth checking out if you're in for a point-and-shoot camera.
And time now for our apps and web segment, and you know, just in case anybody is looking for a job, I'm not making any hints here, Rajiv.
I was just thinking, I mean, is there a reason why both these apps are either skill pages? Do I need to go out and
let me tell you this way. One of these apps is a resume builder.
I know. That's
a resume builder, just in case, you know, anybody. I'm not talking about you. Anybody.
You said no hints. You're being pretty direct. I mean,
no, I'm not talking about you at all.
I'm waiting for me as I go
the world out there. Resume builder, but equally important, this part is actually something really important which you'll be very interested in. It's a skill enhancer, it's a skill builder. It's a really nice app.
So the resume builder is for me,
Narendra Modi would love it
pages is for you. So, you know, this is pretty much being done, custom content for you and me by the Gadget Guru team.
Absolutely. Skill builder and resume builder. Here you go.
This week on our app section, Super Resume Builder, an app that lets you build presentable resumes in no time, and Skill Pages, an app that lets you seek out skilled professionals according to specific skills in your locality. Super Resume Builder aims to make your life a lot simpler by doing most of the heavy lifting for you. Input relevant information such as skill sets and experience, choose from one of the templates, and you're ready to go. The interface is simple to use and neatly designed, with each areas of your resume color-coded. Once you're done with inputting all your information, you can save the resume onto your phone or share with people. The resume is exported in .pdf.
Skill Pages gives you a list of professionals that you can sort by locality or particular skills. The app has a map view that shows the people nearest your location, or you can search people through specific skills that you need. You can also upload your own profile and promote your best skills for prospective employers. You can also post jobs within a predefined budget in a place of your choosing, and people interested will contact you through the app.
Time for a break. When we come back, Ask Guru and Gaming. Don't go away. Right, welcome back to Gadget Guru, and here is a leading question coming from Rahul. His budget is 80,000. He wants to buy a desktop, not a laptop. If it was a laptop, I think the question is
would be fairly easy, yeah.
Right? He says, should I buy a Mac or a Windows PC for 80,000 rupees?
So see, there are things in this question. Yeah.
If he was saying laptop, we would, I think, both agree.
We would both agree that you would say Windows, I mean, and I would say Mac.
No, we would both, I mean, you know what I would say. All of you know what I would say. Obviously, there's no question you should buy the Mac laptop, but.
This is
desktop.
different.
Again, my answer, I think you would know. I know what you're going to say. I know.
See, I'll tell you what. I think you've got to really think this one out. He's saying 80,000 bucks. For 80,000 bucks, he could build the ultimate gaming rig.
80,000. I don't think you can get. What's the iMac that you get for 80,000?
About the starter. I mean, yeah, a nice big screen.
You may have to push it by about 10,000. But what you get is, now here's where I know what Rajiv is going to say. So let me say it for him. He's going to say that for 80,000 bucks,
you'll get one of the most powerful computers ever.
One of the most powerful computing, build it all together, have the best specs. Yes, Rajiv, you're right, you can. However, when it comes to day-to-day interface and ease of use, the Mac is still ahead. Look, depends on what you want to do. Do you want specifications and the ability to say, I have this quadra-core, whatever it is?
No, do you have the specifications to run pretty much the best games in the world at 60 frames per second and also do work?
He's not only wanting gaming. He just says he wants to buy it.
Why would he not want to do that? I'm saying you can
because
build
if you're
that
a normal,
and...
But if you're a person who just
wants...
a
normal person?
If you're a...
All gamers note.
No, I'm saying if you're a normal person who says that my computer should be able to do lots of things and I'm not just into it for the specifications in gaming, then you may say ease of use is more important to me than anything else.
Do you know how much gaming on Mac sucks?
Okay, let's say this. If your specific interest in this is gaming...
No, it's not.
I'll even agree with you.
Why not?
I'll even agree with you. 80,000, you want only gaming, go for
and
this.
You want the most powerful computer ever versus a fairly
middling computer. If you want a computer that can just function seamlessly year after year without problem.
He can go dream it up and get a supercomputer literally.
We have to end this. We could go on for 1 hour. You will not get a consensus on this issue. So you've heard both of our viewpoints. Make up your mind. Actually, the honest answer is it depends what you need it for. Frankly, if you want something that is simple to use, that you will never have problems with, it'll just go on running quietly, ease of use, it's the Mac. If you want it for gaming or high-end and
a computer you can put together on your own and repair on your own Windows.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
All right,
we'll agree on that for once. And now let's move on to gaming.
After this Modern Combat you and me had, obviously, game is Modern Combat, but it's 5. I mean, I can't believe, usually they say movies kind of tend to die out after the sequel, the number 3. But games carry on.
That's why it's so great to have a franchise, because think of the money you can make when you get down to 4, 5, 6, 7. So anyway, Modern Combat.
Now, in the past, we've seen the launch of some great-looking first-person shooter games for the tablet. But the biggest drawback of these games has always been the controls. Today, I have with me Modern Combat 5. Have the controls changed? Is this game worth your hard-earned cash? We're going to find out.
Let's get the worst out of the way. The first thing is that the game needs to be connected to the internet all the time to play, even for the single-player mode. So don't expect to enjoy it on a long flight. Secondly, the story is lackluster and you will find yourself fast-forwarding it as often as you can. On the positive note, the game is gorgeous. The graphics stand out. I played it on my 3rd gen iPad and apart from a few stutters, the game ran very smoothly. The environments look lush, the guns look detailed, and the animation of delivering a headshot to a foe is satisfying. Speaking of foes, the AI is good and responsive. The enemies will keep shooting at you rather than waiting around, keeping you on your toes. Coming to the most important part of the game, the controls. There are some customization options as far as controls are concerned, from controlling the sensitivity to auto fire and auto duck. You will end up switching on the auto aim, and the game is very satisfying in this mode. You have a variety of soldier classes too to choose from, and the arsenal at your disposal grows as you progress through the game.
All in all, Modern Combat 5 is a really fun game and the campaign lasts a little over 3 hours. But if you like playing multiplayer shooters on your tablet, you'll be playing this game for a really long time.
And that's it this week on Gadget Guru. But do remember, a lot more on this on India's #1 tech site, NDTVgadgets.com.
And this time on NDTV Prime, just check out the 5 shows. Amazing stories all through the week, 8 PM every single day.